Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Arun back with your college football Friday night championship week. This is what these teams play for all year. We've got 4 games for you, all the lesser conference games. But, hey, these are some of the best values, including my best bet last week. We'll be in one of these games, so make sure you stay tuned as we run through all these games. And don't forget, we cover all the football, all the NBA, a bunch of college basketball. So at the end of the video, click the playlist, our playlist, and bookmark it so you don't miss out on all the stuff we do here daily. If you want in our top plays, people always say, what's your top play of the week? Very simple. You can get all of our top plays. Instead of 99 for each of us football plays for the week, you can get them both for 99. Only way to do it is at this link, docsports.com/CraigArun. And then, of course, add on the YouTube Premium. So this is where we sprinkle all the extra plays that doesn't make our card. And this is for all sports, by the way, per month prices, as you see here on the screen. $49.99 get you all 3 levels. About $3,000 worth of picks per month. So make sure you get it. All right, I see. Let's go. College football. We started off conference championship game, Kennesaw State at Jacksonville State. Good game. I had Kennesaw State was my best bet last week. Had to go to overtime to get the win, but we got it. Kennesaw's favored by 2, total 59. What do you like here? I think this is Conference USA, right?
Yeah. I definitely like Kennesaw State here. And maybe it makes my card. I'm a big fan of Kennesaw State. It's a team that I follow closely. It is the Conference USA Championship. This is a team that lost to Jacksonville State 35-26 last year, but Kennesaw State's coach, Jerry Mack, is a good coach. He's in his first year. He was an NFL running backs coach at the Jaguars, I believe. He had a good run at North Carolina Central. Jacksonville State is, of course, led by Charles Kelly. I think he came over from Auburn. He's definitely got some experience on the defensive side of the ball. But you're going to give an NFL-minded coach here in Kelly an opportunity, especially just losing to this team 3 weeks ago. I mean, that was a game where Kennesaw State was down 10-22. They just never really got out of the gates, to be honest with you. That was a game they were favored to as well. Kennesaw State was. And Jacksonville State rushed for 252 yards on them. And that was the difference. The crazy thing is that Kennesaw State actually had like 560 yards of total offense, but they just fell short. And they also had 4 interceptions that game, which is a big no-no. But I think they also struggled between Odom and Williams. They had 2 quarterbacks kind of in a quarterback rotation thing. They kind of figured things out since then, right? The game against Liberty, they played exceptionally well. They won 48-42. The game against Missouri State, and I'm very high on Missouri State, they sort of figured things out here, and they just went with Odom, and he threw for 5 touchdowns. I think things are different here, and I'm going to back Kennesaw State. All right, Craig, start Troy, the Trojans, 22.5-point dog. To James Madison. They're 8-4. These two teams did not meet this year, believe it or not. Troy, of course, comes in beating Southern Miss 28-18. Big win, 7-point dog, and they won outright. They beat Georgia State 31-19. James Madison, of course, coming off a big 59-10 win over Coastal Carolina. It's a 23.5-point chalk. James Madison is 11-1. I mean, that's just incredible. It's a team that has dominated this conference. What do you like here?
Well, a couple things to note. Bob Chesney is going to coach this game, but he's going to be the new coach at UCLA, announced on Monday. Good hire, I think, for UCLA, even though he's going across the country. So it's like he's obviously not familiar. He's just a good coach. He's won everywhere he goes. I was surprised that Penn State didn't get him because I kind of thought he was going to be a good fit at Penn State. But, it's not the case. Also, don't forget that JMU still has an outside chance to make the playoffs. Things got to fall the right way in some other conference, in the American more particular, and the ACC. But I think it could happen, and they need to win and some style points to do that. So that's why I think this line probably should be 21. It's 22.5 because of that. I think there's a lot of distraction around this program. I do think they're the clearly better team. But to beat somebody with distraction on a shorter week, remember this is Friday, you play on Saturday, so it's a shorter week. They're not used to that as much. I think you take Troy here plus the points. I just think you don't have to be great if you're Troy. You probably score 20, you'll probably cover in this game. I think they can do that. It's going to be tight. You're going to have to probably hold your nose at the end to get this one. But I'm going to take Troy plus the 22.5. I do respect JMU a lot. Have had a great year and a very good team.
And Craig,
very easily could have beat. Remember, they almost beat Louisville too, by the way. It was this close.
Yeah, I mean, look, Matt Roan is the AD at James Madison, and what a great job he's done between Signetti and then Chesney. Yep. I mean, he just knows. I guarantee he knows the next 2 top football coaches.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. So next game, on the third game for Friday night, And this was crazy that I think it was 4 or 5 teams tied, and they had to go to like all these tiebreakers. And we see Boise hosting in UNLV. Boise won earlier this year head to head. Boise's favored by 3.5, total 58.5. Although this is probably the worst Boise we've seen in a little while. What do you like here?
Well, it's nice to see National Lampoon's character Dan Mullen make it to a conference championship. So happy for him. UNLV here, big win against Nevada, 42-17, beating Hawaii 38-10, beating Utah State. Look, man, do you know their over/under at the beginning of the year was like 7.5 for UNLV? They definitely covered that, didn't they? So give them a lot of credit. I think UNLV will play well here. I don't think that Boise State has been playing well. Boise State lost to Fresno State 7-30 and San Diego State 7-17. Those are not good losses. UNLV did lose badly on the road earlier this year to Boise State, 56-31. But a couple of things. That one that was on the road. Two, UNLV was actually
on the road too.
What's that?
This at Boise too, I think.
Yeah. That was, meaning that it was like their first true like road game where they really had to fight. And they were down 24-28, and then Boise put up 21 points in the third quarter. I don't see that happening again as much. UNLV was able to rush on them fine, 261 yards. So what they might do is they might just try to keep that Boise, offense off the field. And I think other teams, they're just going to look at the tape at what San Diego State did and Fresno State did, And so I think UNLV is peaking at the right time, to be honest with you. Ever since that Boise loss, they did lose to New Mexico, but then they won 4 straight. I want to give you an example here. That first game on October 18th, Boise State was favored by 13. This game at home, Boise State's only favored by 3.5. So you're getting Dan Mullen on the revenge here. I'm absolutely taking UNLV plus 3.5 here, Craig. Craig, how's it? Sign up for our free $60 of the premium selections, which is docsports.com/ICCT. You get free $60 of the premium selections so you can try us out. It's the best way to kind of thank us for all the hard work that we do, along with liking and subscribing and joining on YouTube Premium. North Texas here, 2.5-point favorite here against Tulane. I guess Golesh isn't coaching this game because I saw him all sorts of social media on him.
I think both of the coaches are coaching this game.
Are they? Well, that says a lot because Golesh was all over Auburn. He went and visited Auburn. He did all that stuff, and him and his family went there. So I guess that's great. It also shows that any guy who wants to go coach, any lower end coach that wants to go to coach at North Texas or go coach at James Madison, it says a lot about their athletic directors. They're like, it's pretty good.
I also think whoever wins this game has a pretty good chance to maybe be in the playoffs. And I think both have said they'll stick around for the playoffs as well, which is going to be a mass chaos trying to recruit and everything.
Well, what are you going to do? If you're Tulane, how often are you going to be in the national picture?
Same with North Texas. I think,
Texas. So, Ole Miss, they're going to have recognition no matter what, either Ole Miss. But if you're Tulane or North Texas, this is great for your program. And you're like, thanks for everything. All right. So as far as this game is concerned, Golesh is one heck of a coach, 11-1, and Summerall is one heck of a coach. So really, this game is really Auburn versus Florida, if you really think about it. These two teams have not played each other this year. Tulane won 45-37 last year. The total is the first thing that I wanted to take a peek at, and that was at 67 coming into this game. And I think both these teams are going to want to put up some points here. Keep in mind that you have a North Texas team that put up 53, 56, and 52 to the last 3 weeks. They put up 54 on Charlotte. So 4 out of their 5, in fact, go back to UTS game. By the way, Golesh is an unbelievable. I've heard so many Tennessee fans say, you guys have hired an amazing coach to Auburn people. Like, you guys don't know how good you have it with Golesh, So coming from the Heupel system, 5 of the last 6 games, putting up 50-plus points. Tulane's Summerall's a great coach, but he did lose to UTSA. They did beat Memphis and FAU and Temple and Charlotte. And how about this conference between the Memphis coach goes to Arkansas, the North Texas
South
coach
Florida.
Goes to South Florida. It's good for them. It's just a breeding ground for the next thing. But I like North Texas here. I think the offense that Golesh has is just
my game.
But yeah, so Craig, now that I've told you what I liked, you shouldn't cut this. You shouldn't cut this. This is too funny. Now that you know what I like, what do you like on this game, Craig?
I actually stayed far away from the side in this one I was looking at. I could make an argument on both, which is why this is going to be a great game to watch. North Texas is going to put up 50 again. Like, this offense is humming, and it's not going to slow down just because the coach's distraction on taking a new job. No. And Tulane has scored a bunch of points too. Like they scored on very similar Memphis defense that couldn't stop anybody.
I think
this
Florida's
goes
a better
well.
job than Auburn, and I think Golesh has something to prove.
To me, I don't think that's the case. I think Florida, the expectations at Florida are so ridiculous that they self-implode. Look what Dan Mullen wasn't bad there. They ran him out of town. They always think that the next, it's like, you're dating the second prettiest girl in school and you're trying to go after the prettiest girl. That's what Florida is always doing. Always grass is greener on the other side, firing the coaches. You can't build like that. You have to build long-term. I actually think I think both of these jobs are great jobs, obviously. But anyway, that's what we like for our 4 games for Friday. Don't forget, we'll have Saturdays, all the games for Saturday, all the NFL games for Sunday. So make sure you stick in on these videos. Click the link after the video to get the playlist. And don't forget, if you like something, put it in the comments. Tell us what you like or what you expect from us. Don't forget, you can get all of our best plays, both of us, 2 cappers for the price of 1, just $99. Championship week, all the college football plays that we like, of course, also the NFL all the way through Monday. So make sure you get it at docsports.com/Krager, just $99. All right, guys, have a great day. See you again tomorrow.